Hello everyone, I'm Joe Ray. Welcome to WordPress Week, where we make WordPress easy for designers, developers, and everyone in between. Today, we'll be diving into content, your content, all the stuff that makes your website stand out from the crowd. There's a lot to it, so let's get going. It's really important to remember not to simply copy text out of a program like Word or an RTF, rich text format file, directly into WordPress. The reason being is that with these file formats and others, they carry with them formatting data that you don't want pasted into your page or post. When copying from one of these non-text only formats, you must paste the text into a text-only editor and then copy it from there into your WordPress post or page. We all know, or at least we should, that it's not nice to steal, right? So why then do so many people think it's okay to grab stuff off the net and use it for their own purposes? Just because it's available and it doesn't have an obvious copyright does not mean it's automatically free. So with that in mind, let's take a look at 3 great ways to grab free content for use on your personal site or blog. Newsjacking. There's nothing more powerful than topical content. Being current can really amp up your messages and make them much more relevant and effective. There's a very simple way to come up with blog topics that are making the news. Just use the News tab when you perform a search. You may not have noticed the tab. It often goes unseen, but it's a goldmine for content ideas. Using a site like Pexels.com, and there are others, you can grab free stock images and videos under the Creative Commons license, so you don't have to provide attribution. The site also has an option to download free videos to use on your site. You also don't have to sign up for a membership to use the site. And because I love all things audio, I have added Freesound, a site where people upload, share, and use sounds made by others for their sites. It's a Creative Commons database with plenty of files available. If you're looking to add creative animations to your blog, Freesound is a great place to start. Everything on Freesound is available without having to attribute the sound or pay for it, which can help reduce your media budget. Free and legal content can help you use your money for marketing or in other areas of your website or blog. Hi, today we're going to learn about adding content to your brand new WordPress site. So we're starting here at the dashboard. So why don't we jump right to pages. And right now there are no pages except this privacy policy, which was a default page that was installed. So why don't we add new? And we're going to call this our great homepage. And right now, we'll just type in, this is so awesome. You have the options to save it as a draft, to preview the page, or to publish it right away. So why don't we just take a quick preview of the page, make sure it's how we want it. That's super cool, I love it. Let's go back and hit publish. But now if we were to look at all pages, we see not only the draft privacy policy, but our great home page. Now if we go to look at this WordPress site, we're going to open it in a new tab so we don't jump away. So when we look at our current website, we see the default post that was installed when we installed our site, and that is definitely not what we want for our homepage. So how we're going to fix that is we're going to come back here, we're going to go to Appearance, and we're going to click Customize. And under site identity, we're going to change the title to WordPress Week. As you can see, you get instant feedback. I'm going to change this to cool tagline. And then, since we don't have a site logo, why don't we take a look at that? Nothing in our media library, so let's use the select dialog to choose a graphic that we have available. We're going to hit select. Now from here, since this wouldn't look so good as a logo because the words would be cut off, we're just gonna crop it. Just around that little W. Click crop, and the refresh puts the image right there. Now, the next thing we want to do is check homepage settings. So this is where we find your latest post or a static page. We want this to be a static page. So we're going to change that. We're going to change our homepage to our great homepage, the page that we just selected. Now, since we don't have any other pages, we're not going to choose a post page right now. So at this point, we're going to click publish. We can close out of here. Brings us back to our pages area, and let's jump over to the website, click refresh, and now we have a static homepage that shows what we just created. So now I want to briefly take a look at bringing up another image and how you would add it to your new great homepage. So if we go back to pages, clicking on our great homepage, which is now the front page, you can see the title here, the body copy here. Now let's add an image. So this button is add media, but before I do that, I want to point something out. This is a toolbar toggle button. I always toggle this down so it gives you more options as far as text color, horizontal lines, strike throughs, and so on. So with that selected and open, we click add media. Now this is our only media, so let's add some more media. Let's click upload files, select, and again it brings us back to our previous folder. And let's just grab this graphic. It uploads. We choose insert into page, and there it is. Now with this graphic, we can click edit, and it gives us some sizing options. So the full size is a full screen 1920 by 1080 HD. You probably don't want that giant image on your page, but you might want it a little bit bigger. So let's go with 640 by 360, which is proportional. We'll click update, and it makes it a little bigger. So why don't we click preview changes before we commit the changes. Our great homepage. This is so very awesome. You see your title, your logo, and your new graphic that you just inserted into the page. Since that is just a preview and we liked it very much, we're going to click update. We're going to jump back over to our site, hit refresh, and there it is. Brand new, ready to go, custom static home page. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun and learned something today. Next time, we'll be learning how to properly format and optimize graphics and image files, because as great as your site may be, if it runs slow, wait for it, ain't nobody got time for that. WordPress Week is produced by Framework Television, where you can earn your first technical certification for free at frameworktv.com. I'm Joe Ray. I'll see you next time.